with my special guest, Tamara Hunter. Welcome, Tamara.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here with you, and the whole idea of rise and shine. It's like, woohoo! Yes, let's do this.
Oh, I'm so excited. So we are here. We are all about being deliberate in setting your intention, setting your focus on what is it that you want to experience for the second half of 2020, creating your desired vision. And so as you're joining us and we're just getting started, let us know where you're watching from, where you're joining us from. Say hello. Hello to Sherry.
Yes, that's Sherry McQueen is one of our senior ambassadors. Actually, I've got a couple of our senior ambassadors from an organization. Carol is one of them too, and she's actually out of Canada. And then Sherry is from the Grand Rapids area.
Awesome. And hello to Samantha.
Hi, Samantha.
Oh my goodness. So awesome to see all of you here with us. So go ahead and continue to let us know what's coming up for you throughout today's show. We're aiming for 30 minutes. We've got a lot we want to pack into here. What we're doing, this is the first show of 40 for the next 20 weeks, Tamara. I know, exactly.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on this one. Wow, I'm feeling honored. Oh, wow.
We are honored to have Tamara here with us today. And I just want to quickly say that over the next 40 weeks, we are going to be talking about vision, mindset, your emotions, and then taking action. And I sometimes get into this habit of doing my fingers like this, and then they get all crooked. So let me do that again. Vision, mindset, emotions, and action. And what we're going to be doing, so for the first 5 weeks, we're going to be talking about vision, and then 5 weeks for each of the others. And so right now, it's all about vision. What are you envisioning? Are you envisioning the things that you desire? Are you envisioning things that you don't desire? Are you feeling powerful? Are you feeling powerless? And the truth of it all is that it resides within us. We have the ability to set that course and align with not only our energy, what feels good, who we are in the present moment, feeling grounded and whole in your awesome self, but then also saying, now how am I going to direct that moving forward? This is your life. How do you want to live it, right? And with that said, I want to make it very, very clear, because I know so much is going on these days. Your emotions are simply information. And so whatever you are feeling or have been experiencing over time, it's all good. It's all okay. And I want that to be very, very clear. And so as you are ready to direct and move forward in whatever way feels best for you, whether it be I choose to feel more peace for the second half of 2020, or I choose to finally manifest lifelong dreams that maybe I've put on the back burner for forever, and now I'm ready to say enough is enough. I'm blazing that trail. Then that's what we're doing here. So with that said, Tamara, I want to go ahead and tell people a little bit more about you, just in a nutshell. For those who don't know, Tamara Hunter is the president and co-founder of Chemo Buddies for Life, the host of the Service Hero Show, and she's the first Global Next Impactor. And you can find out more about Tamara and her work by going to cb4l.org. So, Tamara, let's first talk about what you've accomplished. And I want to go ahead and share a photo of you. I'm doing it Tamara style today. So
Oh, yes.
So will you tell us about this picture and what your vision was moving in that direction?
Thank you for asking. That picture, actually, it was really interesting how that picture was taken. I was there in Chicago, and it was for the unveiling of who was going to become the very first Global Next Impactor. And we had that day gone, and it was the morning of the event and the big black tie formal announcement. And the photographer says, "Hey, Tamara, come on over here. I want to get a picture of you." And I'm thinking, that's kind of like interesting. So then he's like, "Okay, just do something." And I'm like, ta-da! Like, normal Tamara style. Like, okay, let's have some fun. And little did I know that it was all to set up, because they already knew that I had won the next impactor. And the whole reason I ran was really, I ran on the platform primarily of the nonprofit Chemo Buddies for Life. And yet I didn't run under the nonprofit, because it's bigger than that. My story is a bigger story than the Chemo Buddies for Life, niche. However, I'm so proud of what we are doing. I am so proud. And in fact, some of the people here are helping to make it happen. And we are making a difference now, truly, throughout the world. Okay. And then that was the next day. And they were, and I'm like, okay, why couldn't I have been like sitting up? But anyway, they had me sitting backwards, and I'm like, okay, now, like, okay, not. And that was after I had won. And you can see the Impactor trophy right there on the table. And that dress was actually a dress that was made for me by Tommy Lee. He found the material, he designed the dress, everything. I had no say. He just said, I want to sponsor your dress. And so I had this beautiful dress. I literally was planning on wearing my designer Burlington Coat Factory dress.
I love it.
I had the most beautiful dress that, and so that's what that is. That was the day after I won. Yeah.
I love it, Tamara. So Tamara, when I asked you, what is your quote for vision? One of your favorite empowering quotes? Do you remember what you said? What you shared with me? If not,
I think I know which one. I have been doing a lot of quotes lately, but it's never give up. Never give up is the one I always, that's my standard. And I know it's a quote that a lot of people use and is very well known. However, it is my mantra. It's what I was raised under. It's how I was raised. And it's how I start my day. It's how I live my life. Yeah.
You know what? I don't believe that, that good quotes can be overused. I think they're good quotes for a reason. Yeah. And so that's a great one. So never give up. And so Tamara, what I want to ask you next is before we get into speaking specifically about your vision, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts about having a vision and charting a course in the direction of what you desire? What are your thoughts for that? And while Tamara is saying that, if you haven't already, let us know in the comments, what is your vision for 2020? And Tamara, one more thing, actually, we have freebies. I'm going to go ahead and post a link down in the comments below, freebies that you can download from my website, or I'm also going to be offering one free winner. I'm fumbling over my words here. One free winner from each live show is going to win a, oh my gosh, why am I fumbling on this? Win a virtual reality call with me. So if you let me know what your vision is down in the comments, or send me a picture of what your vision is, just message it to me here on Facebook on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page. If your picture or your vision is selected, then you will be the winner of that call, and just something free to support you in generating more momentum on your vision. So I want to let everyone know about that. But Tamara, what are your thoughts just in general about vision and charting that course forward?
Well, I am a visionary, and I see things, it's like, that's how I live my life. I'm all about vision. And in fact, some people are more word oriented or picture oriented or whatever it may be. I am definitely more picture oriented. And then vision, I have always been, because I was raised this way. My mom was amazing. And again, since it's her birthday today, I have her on my mind. And she always, the way that it would be is that she would start with something like this. She'd say, Tamara, what is the movie screen, a blank movie screen? And then she would have me painting the movie and the vision and what it was. And so whenever, I believe that people that really feel called to something, it will maybe start as an emotion. It may be something like that, but then to be able to have a clear vision, what is the goal? What is the end in mind? And then being able to say, okay, this is what it is. And then how do you get there? But without a clear vision, without a vision, and twists and turns happen. So I'm not saying that the vision won't change possibly. However, without that, then it would be why. What's blocking you? Why are you not finding that vision? And because I do believe everybody has it, but maybe they're not in tune to it. So that's why I'm thrilled that you're sharing this and talking about it, because that's where you need to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And to go off of what you were saying about what's the vision in your mind, what your mom was telling you, I have a quote here from Van Gogh. He said, "I dream my painting and then I paint my dream."
Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Without a question. Oh, my knees are going off. Without a question. That is exactly it. So people will call it maybe a dream. Some may call it a vision. Some may call it an epiphany. Some may call it whatever they may call it. However, the bottom line is, if you don't have that target, how are you ever going to hit it?
Right. Well, so on that note, can you think of a time, or what do you do when you have an initial vision, but you can't see certain elements of it and you want to enhance it? What do you do to enhance and broaden that vision? We're going to do a little more here in a little bit to specifically enhance Tamara's vision, but what comes to mind when you think of, I want to make this bigger and, that it is at the moment?
Well, quite honestly, to be honest with you, I let it go. If I'm not seeing it, there's got to be a reason for it. And then I let it go. And then it's those shower moments, bathtub moments, or whatever you want to call it, like in letting it go and letting it find its way back to me, because if it's meant to happen, it will. Then it's like, whoa, that's why I wasn't ready for the miracle. I wasn't ready for whatever that is. And then it shows up when the timing is right. Maybe the person wasn't in my life yet, or whatever it may be. I trust that the reason I don't see it, or that it's not happening, is that it's not meant to be at this moment. Let it go. There's something else I'm supposed to be working on instead. So I'll quiet myself and I'll look, and I have whiteboards everywhere, and so I'll look around, and it will be like almost like like on that movie where the shining light is onto that thing, and it's shining from behind or something. It's like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to work on right now, And so that's what I do, quite honestly. I don't sweat it. I let it go.
Yeah. I love it, Tamara. That's really good. So, okay. So you also said, when I asked you, what is your vision for 2020? I asked Tamara this prior to today's interview, and she said, a world where we are healing through connections and raising the frequency through love.
Yeah.
I love that. There's so many key elements in that. I want to just say that again. A world where we are healing through connections and raising the frequency through love. So Tamara, here's what I would like to do, if you're open to it. I'd like to ask you some questions about that and just see if we can help paint the picture a little bit more through our words. And this is also, of course, for our audience today, whether you're live or on the replay, this is something you can always do with your vision, is to go, okay, I have this vision, and now what would this be like? And what would that be like? And start to enhance and build it out and grow it out and feel into it. So Tamara, I just want to do a little bit of that with you here. Okay. So with your vision, how do you already see evidence of your vision? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I see it. Quite honestly, I am seeing it every day, because we are living it. We are living this within the community that we are building within the buddies, and those people that have surrounded us, kind of like an extension. And so the healing through connection piece of it is a connection within ourselves, a connection within buddies, and then connection within community. So that is a 3-tiered, approach. And then love, unconditional agape, with the hurts and all of it that's involved. And we talk about it very openly. We have every single day we get together for what we call a chat. And we then will talk about and educate ourselves and work on, and we don't call it a show, we call it a chat, because it is interactive. And sometimes people will even say, send me a link, I'll come in, or they're talking through the communication on the chat. And it is amazing. And we don't talk about specifics outside of our closed group. However, what it is amazing that someone will come and they'll have an issue, and then we'll work through it. We'll heal through it. We'll heal through that connection, healing through connection and the unconditional love that we show up with. And all of a sudden it will be like, they are feeling better. We are feeling better. Everybody is feeling this energy. And then anybody that comes into our chat, actually, they'll even say, wow, you can feel something in here. And that is what I envision we want to take that and share it everywhere, because literally miracles happen when you allow for the healing energy to happen. And we are seeing it. And in truth, science will back us up completely on all of this. This is not woo-woo, though you can take it both ways, but it is scientific. Yes.
Absolutely. And we have so many awesome comments in the chat. I just want to recognize all of you in the chat here. Thank you so much for sharing your visions, sharing your thoughts and feedback. I want to share Carol's comment. She says, healing through connection of love, which, yes, is exactly what we're talking about. And I wanted to put it on the screen here. So that's beautiful, Tamara. I'm so glad to hear that. And that all, for anybody who's tuning in later, this is through your Chemo Buddies for Life group. Correct?
Yes. We have the Chemo Buddies for Life. We call ourselves the Buddies, and Buddies for Life, and then we have a community, a closed group that we then come together. And what we have done, because of what's happening in the world today, we have opened up our community to those that are feeling, we're helping to ease the suffering of those that are feeling isolated and alone through the love of our community. And we already had it set up, because our community is one that, people are kind of experiencing a little bit more of what we have lived with, those that are in some type of active treatment, because we have to isolate ourselves away from any, if you will, bugs. And, we have to, because we are healing through this period of time, yet we have to be able to get through that period of time. So we already
you heal it through feeling and releasing it. And it sounds like that's what you guys are doing in your daily chats.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then and we share humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a lot of love is what we say. And
beautiful.
And then we will ask, have you had your daily dose of laughter yet today? And tonight we're going to have one with those that are going to be hosting, because we have different hosts of the chat. And we'll have guests come in, and then we'll have some that are informational, some that are entertaining, some that are thought-provoking, some do-it-yourself, like art type stuff, lots of different chat activities. But what trumps everything is if someone comes to the chat and says, I need you, this is what's going on. Everything else stops, and it's all hands on deck for that particular buddy that has come, and we will work through it. We'll stay. We don't have a particular amount of time. It averages, but if someone needs us and it's at the end, we'll stay until we get it taken care of, and they're feeling better.
Tamara, let me ask you, so now building out that vision even more for healing through connections, raising the frequency through love, what thoughts do you have about, like, what would be an example of taking that to the next level? You're already doing so much, but do you have thoughts?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have thoughts. We have more than thoughts. We have a program that is getting ready to go out, and we're open to others teaming with us on this because it's bigger than us. This is a worldwide thing, and we are worldwide. We are international, and we say love it, and then we were getting ready to we were going to have the Love It Festival where we were going to actually get together, and then what we kind of worked it out is that now we're calling it the Tour of Love, and we've got an image, and it's real fun. It's kind of funky and 70s feel. Think of the Partridge comes to the year 2020, and their bus and everything, and so it's all about the world, kind of like what they did with Farm Aid, or back in the day with We Are the World, or whatever it is. But we need to all put our differences aside and say, you know what, you are my brother, you are my sister. I am here with you, standing arm in arm, neck to neck, and love to love. And we can have our differences. We can respect each other, and we can agree to disagree in certain things. Yes. However, the thing we need to agree on together is that we can actually change the frequency of our world.
I believe it.
A 4-letter word.
Yes. And so on that note, just one more question, enhancing your vision. When you think of that vision and everything you're already putting into action to make this a reality, it's already a reality, right? Yeah, we're just, okay, we're feeling into it more. So with that thought, we're feeling into it. What does it feel like to you to have that vision come to life? What does it feel like in your body?
Oh, it feels like when I'm in the chat. It is completely amazing. You know, like, I don't feel my age. I don't feel pain. I feel like an elation. I feel lighter. It is like there is light and love, and it is an actual, like, an energetic feeling of joy and with humor too, because it's fun and it's light and air. Yeah, all of the good stuff rolled into a feeling of yes, and being able to take that out of the closed group, because again, what takes place there are specific things. However, this is something we want to take out everywhere, because the reality of is this: what we deal with is those people that are affected by cancer, both the patient and the people that love and support them. And statistically, that is everyone in the world. Statistically, everybody in the world has been touched one way or another. So, when they say, oh, what's your avatar? The world. What do you do with that? You embrace it and you say, okay, anything and everything is possible. Yes. And I love it because it even looks like it's a disco ball in a way, I love it. And, it's like, okay, have fun. People are like, how do you do this? How do you live 24/7, 365 days of awesome in a world where you're dealing and you're working with people with cancer? I love what I do, because we don't define ourselves by that 6-letter word. In fact, we kick the power of that word to the curb. It's gone. If we don't give it any power, we will look at it and we'll say, okay, your day is gone. We are healing. The buddies are here. We're healing through this connection, and we are going to change the way it's done throughout the world with one letter, one word that has 4 letters. And yes, it is love, because with that, all and anything is possible. And to think of a world where, people are like, yeah, okay, isn't that nice? Well, yeah. Who would have ever thought that this girl who couldn't even talk when she was a kid and thought you had to buy a hashtag could win a global Next Impactor contest when there's, people from all over the world that entered, and who would ever think that I could do that? You know what? I just figured if it was meant to be, it already was. Right now, the same thing with this. If it is meant to be, it already is. We are meant to have a world where people can feel that love and feel connection, and yet respect each other's differences and embrace that, in fact, and say, I am so happy that you are tied into what you believe. And thank you for seeing mine too and appreciating the difference. It's like the colors behind us right now. I love this, because what it shares with me and saying here is that every single color here is beautiful. Every piece is needed. Every piece of that rainbow is there by design, and every person that's out there in the world is meant to be here at this very moment in time, and us embracing each other and saying, okay, brother, sister, buddy, whatever we have to do these days, whatever, right? Woohoo! And going out there and having fun doing it. Because, I showed you my props. We don't take anything too serious. And yet we deal with one of the things. Okay, so let me just show you guys. See all this stuff here? This is meant for fun. We have fun. And that's what life is all about. We don't have to define ourselves with the scary. We can define ourselves and say, okay, today, right now, okay, let me see here. I want to show up and have some fun, right? Whatever it may be. Okay, I'm ready now to put let's look through rose-colored glasses, right? Whatever. And not taking ourselves so serious, because
I love it, Tamara.
With my doctors and nurses, bottom line, my doctors and nurses were the ones to say, okay, it's time. It's time for us to change the game. They couldn't do it because of the way that the laws are. Their responsibility could not go here. So they needed us to kind of like raise up. We needed to, as a community, say, okay, no more. We're not letting that scary beat us down. We're not letting those messages of, oh, woe is me, beat us down. No, we're taking the color out there. We're throwing it against the wall. And we're saying, we're here. The buddies are here, and we're going to have some fun.
Okay, so Tamara, I love everything. So I want to point out, I was going to ask you, Tamara, if you would engage with me in it's what Abraham Hicks calls a 68-second process, or a form of rampage of appreciation. But you just did that. You just did all that. And so I want to point that out for everybody who's with us. Did you notice how Tamara just continued on talking about her vision and how awesome it feels for her, and what she sees and what she knows, and just all of it, right? And did you feel that as she was going on and on? Did you feel the energy raised? Did you feel empowered? And that was happening. And that was happening in the energetic realm. And that's where it all begins first. Your 2020 vision all begins with you deciding to chart that course, set that vision, speak it, be it, live it, feel it, all of it, and see it. And Tamara, you absolutely are wholeheartedly doing that. And it was, woo, that was awesome. That was awesome. So thank you for sharing all of that with us. And we're at the end of our show. I want to just leave everyone with a few extra bits of inspiration and information. So I'm going to end with pulling where is it here? How to Love Yourself card by Louise Hay. And
love her. Love that whole group. Yeah.
Yes.
Hay House. Yeah.
And I want to remind everybody that if you want to find out more about Tamara Hunter, you can go to cb4l.org, correct, Tamara?
Yeah. I'm on the board of directors. You can find that. But that takes you to the buddies also. And you can find out about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Link to the buddies in my life,
Well, we have two messages here. We have, I rejoice in my unlimitedness.
Oh, that's good. Absolutely.
And then we also have here, I am grateful for all the wonderful things in my world.
Oh, those couldn't be more perfect. Oh, absolutely.
That's what I think too. And I want to remind everybody that we are doing this from July 27th through December 10th, Rise and Shine, Creating 2020 Vision, right here live on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page with lots of awesome guests. And Each show is going to have a winner. If you would like to share with me what your vision is for 2020, send me a picture, something that depicts what your vision is. Type in the chat and let me know that you're interested in being that winner of winning a free virtual reality call with me to really enhance your vision. And I'm going to post a link for freebies down in the comments when we get off here. But to close out, Tamara, would you be open to having more fun with me and just singing us a song of vision?
My buddies will be like, how did you keep that? How did you pull that off? Okay, so all right, let's do this. All right.
Okay, so Tamara, I'm gonna let you start, and then do you want me to add in, or is this?
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna have to.
Okay. So this is anything goes. Go. I'll let you start, and then I'll chime in.
Okay, we're doing this. We're doing this. We're going on with our vision.
We're going on with our vision.
Creating a world of love.
Creating a world of love.
Join us on the love tour and jump on the bus.
Okay, that's what I mean when I say anything goes, y'all. Thank you, Tamara. That's how you do it. You just have fun with it. So I want to thank you so much for being with me here today, Tamara. I had a great time with you, rising and shining, creating 2020 vision. And I want to just say all visions are possible. So what is your vision? Allow yourself to say, yeah, my vision matters. My vision's important. I'm ready to stake a claim on my vision and move in that direction, whatever it may be. So it was awesome to see all of our live viewers here with us. And we have Samantha saying, really hope to catch more. Oh, so much love to you, Samantha. Good to see you. And yes, one more reminder here from Carol about cb4l.org. Tamara, you're doing amazing work in the world. I'm happy to know you. And thank you so much for being here today.
I'm honored to have been here with you today. You are amazing. Thank you so much for everything that you are doing.
Thank you. Likewise. Lots of love to you, everybody. We'll be back again on Thursday for another Rise and Shine with another awesome guest. 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern. Have an amazing week. I'll see you then. Bye, everybody.